Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith of the Smiths in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report. So what's the strat for newer folks here at Ticker Talker? The strat is short for the strategy. And as I did a spot here a week ago on Thursday, hopefully you got to check that out. And if you're listening to me, hopefully you continue to listen to me, because what I said then was eventually everybody's going to trade this way because it's just too efficient. What do I mean by that? Let's go here and what did I talk about yesterday? All right, so let's take a look at the S&P Spider. So one of the things you want to know about right now is if you go to the upper left, you're going to notice that we are completely within yesterday's range. All right, can you see that? You can see that. Good. So that's bad, right? The good thing was we had such a huge range that it was still tradable, right? So we go inside on the day, and now if you go to the lower left, you're going to see we have an inside bar on the 60, which means we couldn't take out the previous high or the previous low of the 60-minute. We're stuck in here, right? That's something we want to know about, right? Because it's an equilibrium. The good thing is that the ranges are big enough to trade it, but we want to be aware of that, right? We want to be trading things that are taking out yesterday's highs or yesterday's lows. And the reason is you always want to be trading in a situation where you know that people are in losing positions. Okay, so how do we know that they're in a losing position? Well, yesterday the market tanks, right? So when we started to recover here in the mid-morning, we want to go after anybody that's taking out yesterday's highs. Why? Because anybody who is short something, they got what they wanted. The market completely tanked yesterday. And they can hold overnight and be like, well, maybe it'll play catch up and tank with the market today. When that doesn't happen, it's a little thing we call stick it to them. Right? When you take out yesterday's highs, you're going to jam anybody who's short. Conversely, when the market starts to rally and then starts tanking again, right? So we gapped up here, if you're lower left, we gapped up and then starts tanking again. We're going to go after anybody taking out yesterday's lows. Why? Because anybody who stayed long or got long, they got what they wanted. The market gapped up. But when it starts tanking and taking out yesterday's lows, it's a little thing we call stick it to them, because we know where they're going to put their stops. So let's take a look at a few things here. Once again, there's something called a simultaneous break. And what that means is when you have a setup that is triggering on almost everything, right? Almost everything, it's almost not going to reverse. So yesterday was a simultaneous break to the downside, which means that almost everything was taking out the previous day's lows. If you go to the upper left, almost everything yesterday was taking out previous lows and tanking, right? In that case, it's almost impossible to turn that around. So if you were buying yesterday, shame on you. There's almost no way you're going to do that, right? So what did I also talk about yesterday? Let's take the weekly S&P Spider here in the upper middle. Did I also talk about, we know that outside bars exist, taking out both sides of a previous range? I did, okay? And so during the show yesterday, I said, we're going to go take that out, right? Because outside bars exist. Did we do that? We did, all right? I also, when I was here, was talking about a 5-minute SPY setup. I'm going to show you this here. Right as I was here talking to a year. Oops, let's blow this up so you can see it. Oops. Yesterday in here, so when it started to tank, I was talking right in here. Now it's a little tight here, but you're going to see this here, this inside bar. It goes up, it goes inside and tanks. That's a 2-1-2 reversal, an inside bar reversal on the 5-minute. Now, if we go to today, here was what the simultaneous break looked like today. We can expect reversals during an inside day, all right? Because it's consolidating. So when we open inside day, now we took a shot at taking it down, but what you're going to see here, we take out the 60-minute high. Here, we gap up into here, right? You can see that, right? So this is higher than that. This is the reversal right here. It's called a 2-2 reversal, 2 to the upside, and then you take this out. This was a simultaneous break. If you look at almost everything, it tanked from there, right? It was beautiful and gorgeous. However, it wasn't weak enough to take out yesterday's lows. So there's something we call the flip, which just happened, bottom of the hour, okay? And so the bottom of the hour, what you're going to notice is automated trading. And it's real obvious. You see the difference here? It tanks in as soon as there's a new hour here. they start to cover and go inside. Now you're going to see this. As soon as there's a new hour, look at this. Now they're back to selling, right? You can see these computers clear as day. Okay, so this 2-2 was absolutely gorgeous. And then right on the flip here, if you go to the 30 or the 15, you see this. This is down below that, and then this is the reversal right here, 2-2 back up, right? And so you can play that, especially on a Friday using options, because options are cheaper on Friday because they're about to expire, and it's gorgeous. So now the problem here is, how are we going to get out of this? How are we going to get outside of this range in the S&P, and are we going to stay inside day? So we're going to mind the direction of this 60. Every 60 we're going to know, and we want to know if you take out that, or if this closes inside again, because what you're seeing now, like I talked about yesterday, is a lot of things looking like the futures or futures related products. Look at this, QQQ inside. Here, the 2-2 reversal, beautiful. And this actually took out yesterday's lows. And now you can see right on the flip, we're starting to tank again, right? So we can start going back to the downside. Very nice, very nice. So like I said before, your hit list is very simple on days like today. You pull up a scan here, and what you do is you search for anything taking out yesterday's highs or lows. Here, there's your yesterday's low is your hit list, right? These are the guys who are tanking below yesterday. And then your yesterday's highs, there's your hit list on the upside. So let's take a look. This thing to move. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. QDEL here. So now it comes back in. Here's a weekly, still green. And so you're going to watch these 60s once again. So here, upper left, you can see it takes out yesterday's highs, right? Now it's stalling out and coming back in if you go to the middle, right? So we'll see if this thing sets up again. If you follow my pointer lower middle, you're going to see this, right? Inside on the 30. This is a continuation pattern. Boom, up, inside, go, and take out all of this stuff. So we'll see if that resets up in QDEL. Melly, Mercado Libre. Here, like I said, new flip coming, new 60, right? So we want to see if this sets up again. But once again, here's what you're looking for on the daily. Anything taking out yesterday's highs, right? Melly does that up in the upper left. Right, so we're going to stay on this. It's also above last week's highs in the middle, right? And so here's the continuation on the 60 that you look for, all right? It gaps up into here, then slightly takes that down, right? That stops them all out. Then as soon as it takes this out, we're in. Boom, right there. Now we just got to let it set up, because like I said, a lot of these things are going to go inside 60 and stay inside day, so we want to avoid anything that's doing that. Lamar, LAMR. And you'll see a lot of these things on this window here that we're keeping an eye on for these same reasons. So Lamar, upper left, you can see is above yesterday's highs. Now it needs to set up again, right? And if we go to the 60s and the 30s, right, you'll see this. It goes up, it comes in. Inside to the downside, downside, boom, here's your reversal right here, right? Because this took out the lows and then this takes out the highs. That's a reversal. And the reason we want to look for something like that, we call it pivot machine gun, because not only did it line up at the middle 2-2 reversal to take this out, wherein these become an outside bar of all this, but here, anybody who's short this is going to be short against pivots and where they got in. Here, 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 and here. Ready? Boom, one shot and they're gone. You've got GDS. GDS, once again, like a lot of these things, we can expect some consolidation because we're having inside days and inside 60s, right? But once again, taking out yesterday's highs, upper left, takes that out. It's above last week's highs, right? Now we'll see on the lower middle, you're going to see if it goes inside on the 60, right? But once again, here on the 30, it takes out slight the low, and then boom, right here, it takes it right up here. Here on the 60-minute, call this a momentum hammer, right? Now, price can't actually have momentum because there's not physics involved, but we call that because what happens here is that anybody got short in here, right? And then it comes back up, guess where the stops go? Right here. And when you combine that with natural buyers, because we're green on the other time frames, it just explodes to the upside. Now you're going to have consolidation there. We've got OCUL here. And here you can see in the upper middle, this is an inside bar on the weekly. It's breaking above that. If you go to the upper left, you're going to see that down, taking out those reversal right here over 739. Now we're going to see if that sets up again. Where's that reversal again here on the 30? Here. Stop out the lows, and then right here. And where's the pivot machine gun? Here, 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 and here. Boom. Thanks for playing. If we go to CTXS here, still an inside day, but enough range to play, right? You're going to see once again on the 30, the 2 up, the down right here. Pivots there and there, gone. Inside on the 60 in the lower middle. 2, 1, 2. Now we'll see if that sets up again. You've got 5 below. And I keep running out of time. I can talk about the market all day long. Here, taking out yesterday's highs. Goes up in the lower middle, then stops them out. There's your hammer. Ready? 2, 2, boom. Why? Here, taking out yesterday's highs. This was in my video last night. That's something you'd want to know about, don't you think? I do. Then you go lower middle, up, down, right there. Boom, you're in. On the downside, Tesla. Thanks for playing the Tesla. Right here on the upper left. As soon as it took out yesterday's lows, you're in. Below 972, right? It's trading 940, all right? You like 30 bucks? I do. Now you can see this slightly taking out the highs and slightly taking out this. There's a reversal back down on the 30 below 940.92, right? Right now, but you got an inside 60 to keep an eye on. There you go. Domino's Pizza here, upper left, as soon as it takes out yesterday's lows, also in my video from last night, below 382.18, trading 374. If you like another $8 over there for almost doing nothing. Now you can watch this inside 60 to see if that comes through. Netflix, what's that doing? Is that taking out yesterday's lows? I think it is. There you go. Right there. You're in right below here. 424.16. So there's another $6 out of Netflix. And you can see here in the lower left, inside bar to the downside. That's a continuation pattern, right? To hit it with more size below 420.06. All right. There's another $2 on your ad after you're already in. You want to add to your winners, folks. That's how you make a lot of money. Lulu. Oh no, gap puke. All right, so with Lulu, it gaps, and so you'd have to work a little bit on this thing, but here's an inside 30 here. Takes that down. If we go to a 15er, you'll see this inside bar also here. It's so beautiful. Come up to fill the gap. Then here, below this shooter. This is a 2 down. This is a 2 up. Right here, you're in. Below 304.68. Inside bar, right? That's an equilibrium. They tried to take it up, and as soon as this thing turns red right here, you hit it, right? Because we know outside bars exist, and it's going to turn red. It's going to take that out for show. So that opening was 298.22. Boom. 292.73, not bad. We're also looking at Phillips Van Heusen Puker, like so. Taking out yesterday's lows right there. Below 52.22, trading 48.23. There's another $4, just knowing what you're doing. Then you can wait for it to set up again. I missed it. Let it pop up, lower left. Pops up. Right here is your reversal. Below 48.56, right? Now you're in and you got a winning position. So what you want to do is create winning positions and let them ride and then add to them. So that's it for the Strat Time Report. You might take a look at Gander and write down some of this stuff that I didn't have time to talk to you, but that's going to do it for today and this week, everybody. I hope you have a great week and even better weekend. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker TV with the Strat Report.
The risk of loss in trading commodity interests can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition, and considering whether to trade or to authorize someone else to trade for you. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
The Ticker Talker app brings the powerful trading technology tools of the Ticker Talker desktop platform into the hands of its users who are on the go. Ticker Talker connects novice and advanced traders with industry leaders who are providing real-time trading content throughout market hours every single day. The Ticker Talker app allows traders to follow and get real-time push notifications of trading leaders' trade ideas, all while on the go. Ticker Talker leaders host interactive live trading rooms which provide all-day coverage of their trading ideas and methods seamlessly with social chat for real-time feedback from the expert community of Ticker Talker's powerful user base. Set up and/or subscribe to automated trading strategies to mimic the decisions made by trusted professionals automatically. Powering up your trading AI has never been this easy. We focus on intuitive trading efficiency so you can focus on what matters most in your life. The world's most powerful trading technology is now in the palm of your hands.
Let's bring in Stephen Kalajian, who's going to help us continue to analyze what we saw in broad equity indexes over the last 5 days, as well as a couple stocks that he's got his eyes on. Stephen is a chief market strategist and co-founder at Ticker Talker. Firstly, on the broad macro perspective, do you look at the sideways action we've had as a slowing of the rally and a slowing of the momentum, or just an uncertain pause?
I think it's the slowdown that we're seeing is more or less a consolidation here. I think we're probably headed just a little bit higher before we top out short term, and then head lower into the summer.
So what will be telling you if that turn is coming? What are the signs you look for to see if rally turns to consolidation, which seems like where we're at right now? But what do you look for to see if consolidation turns into selling?
So I use my own predictive analytics, and what my charts are telling me that basically we're at a probably somewhat of an extreme overbought condition. Not to say you can't get another push up. I'm hoping we get a push up above 3,000 on the S&Ps, maybe 30, 50, but then again, I think it'll be short-lived. You have a ton of overhead resistance. And then I'm looking for the weekly, on the weekly charts on the spiders, there's a gap at 240, 47.95, which is 47 points lower. And I do believe that that gap will get filled before we could trade higher. Right now, I think what's pushing the NASDAQ up is obviously names like Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft are really giving that index a boost. But the overall S&P 500, looking at the pullback that I think we're going to get sometime in the next few months, should make a higher low, and that should be a little bit above 20,000 before we then can trade higher.
So you're talking pretty short term here, almost like intermediate term, and not something that's going to push us back down to the lows.
No, I think the lows are in for the year. I don't think we're going to see those lows. And just like I thought that when oil, last time I was on, I thought oil will get to, on the June oil will get to the 8 to 10. On that exact day I was on, oil got down to 652, I believe, and then rallied all the way up to 34 on the June contract. So right now, intermediate term, I'm thinking next 3 to 4 months that we should get some type of a pullback. Again, a push up higher, and I think that then another push down. I think it's going to take a while for the cycle to play out and then to resume the uptrend later on into the end of third quarter, early fourth quarter.
Right now, you mentioned the tech. Obviously, we know that's done really well. Does that momentum look like it's still strong? Can you continue to ride the momentum there, or should investors avoid the leadership that has showed kind of very early signs of maybe just cracking a tiny bit this week?
Well, I think of all the indexes between the NASDAQ, the Russell, the S&P, and the diamonds, the Dow 30 stocks, I think that's the index to buy on the next push down. I think those names like Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon will obviously propel the market. I think that's my favorite index if we do get the pullback I'm looking for. So those are the names I would be looking to buy on that pullback. And then I think the NASDAQ then will lead the charge.
Right. You've got a few other stocks I want to make sure we hit that you got your eyes on. Boeing's one of them. What do you think? Is Boeing dependent on a fast and surprisingly good recovery to this economy, or is the worst past for them?
I think the worst is past, and obviously the government's behind Boeing. Today, on the opening, we had a short on the opening. It opened at 141. It traded down below the 136 level and then bounced towards the end of the day. I think there are better names out there to play on the pullback. I think I would look to avoid airline stocks, and especially this industry. But it's a great intraday trading vehicle, and that's what a lot of people look at because of the volatility that Boeing does have throughout the day.
Goldman, another one on your list that you were trading today, flat on the session. We saw banks get hit a little bit today. Goldman at one point was down $178 this morning, but it's been one of the best performing banks since the low. What do you think about Goldman?
So we had a sell signal on Goldman this morning at 10:15, and we shorted the bounce above the 179.50, and then we covered right around the lows around the 178.30, 178.20. So it's a nice trade intraday, and but again, it's going to go. Obviously, being part of the S&P 500, if it goes, if the S&Ps do hit that projection target of 3,000, 30, 50 in that range. If Boeing gets up to the 183, 186 range, I think it should be sold for looking for an opportunity to buy it back cheaper. Again, the banks are not one of my favorite sectors here. I'm more looking at the technology stocks, like I mentioned, on the next pullback.
Yeah. All right. So looking for a pullback in the short term and getting ready to position on a bounce from that. Stephen Klajian, appreciate the thoughts here as we head into the final moments of the week. Stephen is the chief market strategist and co-founder at Ticker Talker.
Using trade ideas in Ticker Talker is a quick and easy way to get trade recommendations from our network of trading leaders. From the homepage of the application, go to the left panel and you'll notice that there are two options of trade ideas, chart and text ideas, and verified trades. These are the two different types of trade ideas that you can get in our platform. Chart and text ideas include charts that you can load, or text ideas that you can get easy recommendations from, similar to a stock twit or to a tweet. For the trade ideas that you are not subscribed to, you'll notice that a free trial or paid option is available to subscribe to get access to that premium content. You can always see which trade ideas you're subscribed to already by clicking on subscribe. Verified trades are another type of trade idea, and in the grid you can see the performance record of the various trade ideas that leaders are offering. For more details on these performance offerings, you can go to a leader's profile by clicking on the button next to their name. And then from here, you can actually see an in-depth review when you go to the verified trades tab of their profile of exactly how well they have done trading based on our verified performance results. And you can download a report if you want to see exactly how their statistics were. Then after you subscribe to a leader's trade ideas, if you want to then view them in the platform, you can go ahead and go to the menu and go to the button that says trade ideas, at which point the trade ideas will pop open here on the left panel, at which point you can then filter them by just ideas. This will be the chart and text-based ideas. You can filter them instead to show you your verified trades by clicking on trades, of which you can always copy trades to your existing broker account by clicking on the copy button. And as well, from the leaders portion of the platform, if they're sharing charts, you click on the charts button, at which point you'll notice a load button that would allow you to load the exact same chart as what the leader had shared. And that is how you use the trade ideas functionality in Ticker Talker.
In Ticker Talker, accessing trade ideas is available through a variety of different places within the mobile application. Going to a leader's profile enables you to see their verified trades and other types of trade ideas, such as chart and text ideas. Going to a leader's profile is as easy as clicking on their profile name, and then when on their profile, scrolling down to the location on their profile where it says products and then trade ideas. At which point, if you are not already subscribed to a leader, you will need to subscribe in order to see their trade ideas. After you have subscribed to a leader's trade ideas, you can see the full list of the trade ideas that you have subscribed to under the trade ideas portion of the platform. The trade ideas portion of the platform allows you to filter these ideas by text ideas, by verified trades, by ideas given to you with charts, and also by the ideas that are just done by you. You are able to filter the list of ideas by symbol in order to see all ideas relevant to the symbols that you have selected, and you also have the capability to filter the ideas by leader as well. If you want to see these ideas on the chart that you're looking at the same time, you can turn your phone, at which point you'll be able to see the ideas both on the left panel as well as through green and red icons indicating trades that are going both long and short here on the chart. Then by clicking on these long and short ideas, you will be taken to those trades here on the left panel. You also have the capability, when looking at the trade ideas on the left panel, to be able to click on a particular trade idea, and then by clicking on that particular trade idea, you will be taken to the corresponding part of the chart where that trade idea was referenced. And that is how you can access the trade ideas functionality in the TickerTalker mobile application.
Top of the morning to you.
Who is this? Ben Arnold.
Pip, pip.
Pip, pip.
By the British pound.
By the British pound?
Oh, by Jove.
What is happening?
Avoid those traders with a trusted TickerTalker trading leader today.
The TickerTalker app brings the powerful trading technology tools of the TickerTalker desktop platform into the hands of its users who are on the go. TickerTalker connects novice and advanced traders with industry leaders who are providing real-time trading content throughout market hours every single day. The TickerTalker app allows traders to follow and get real-time push notifications of trading leaders' trade ideas, all while on the go. TickerTalker leaders host interactive live trading rooms which provide all-day coverage of their trading ideas and methods seamlessly with social chat for real-time feedback from the expert community of TickerTalker's powerful user base. Set up and/or subscribe to automated trading strategies to mimic the decisions made by trusted professionals automatically. Powering up your trading AI has never been this easy. We focus on intuitive trading efficiency so you can focus on what matters most in your life. The world's most powerful trading technology is now in the palm of your hands.
Who's this?
Anonymous 666.
Find me the most famous trader there is.
Top of the morning to you.
Who is this?
Ben Arnold.
Pip, pip.
Pip, pip.
I'll tell you how we know that. Oh, by the British pound.
By the British pound?
Oh, by Jove.
What is happening?
All I require is a simple recompense in the form of an annual pension.
Darla, what have you done?
And some payment of £6,000, give or take. Preferably give.
Avoid those traders with TickerTalker, the world's first social trading marketplace of trusted traders, featuring verified results and profiles linked to real social media accounts. Trading leaders offer ideas, automated strategies, education, and even go live inside trading chat rooms.
Isn't that easy?
Fuck we in country!
Trade live with a TickerTalker trusted trading leader today.